Welcome to SIRA MCQ YouTube channel. Today we discuss advanced level A-level accounting paper 2024 question number 49. This is related to cost volume profit analysis topic. Look here, what are the requirements? There are 4 requirements. They request identify the following: variable cost per unit. Unit variable cost. Okay, next one. Total fixed cost in thousand. Total cost at activity level of activity level means production units. No, production units 80,000 units. Profit if activity level is 50,000 units. Okay, let's see. Firstly, we identify the variable cost per unit. What is the question? Jaya PLC is planning to produce a single product. The estimated activity level means estimated production units. Okay, activity level of the company is 18,000 units. Okay, estimated maximum capacity 18,000 units. The company's expected break-even point, they already calculated. Break-even point is 10,000 units. The expected selling price is 80 per unit and contribution to sales ratio 25%. How can we calculate the total variable cost per unit? Look here. You know how can we calculate unit contribution? The formula: unit contribution, we calculate unit selling price minus unit variable cost. At that time we find the unit variable cost. This is the formula. In that time, the unit information we can find that the expected selling price 80 per unit. Okay, selling price is 80 per unit. The selling price is there, the variable cost is not there. Unit contribution they didn't given directly, but they supplied us contribution to sales ratio. There is a ratio 25%. What is the meaning of the contribution to sales ratio? How can we calculate contribution to sales ratio? Contribution to sales ratio. How can we calculate? Contribution to sales means unit contribution is there. Unit contribution dividing in unit selling price. Unit selling price multiplied by 100%. In that time they already calculated 25% contribution to sales ratio. What is the meaning of that? The upward person is unit contribution is 25 based on percentage. Unit contribution. This is 100 is downward person is selling price, unit selling price. I connect this information to this formula. 25%, 25 is unit contribution. The 25 is unit contribution. This is the percentage, no? Okay, unit contribution is 25. Next one, 100 is unit selling price, no? Therefore 100 100 is unit selling price. This is a percentage meaning. What is the percentage related to percentage? What is the unit variable cost is 75. Why? 100 minus 75, answer is 25. Okay, in that time we identify the unit variable cost. Based on the percentage we link it to 80. Why? This is the actual rupees. Okay, in that time how can we calculate XO? This one is not there. Why? Unit contribution is not given. Therefore we use this 80 and this 100 directly to find the unit variable cost. Rupees 80 is a large person means actual person. Dividing in actual persons, the percentage amount is 100. Dividing in 100 multiplied by which amount? Our requirement is 75. Unit variable cost multiplied by 75. Okay, answer is, what is that? Answer is 60. 60 is same to x. X means unit variable cost. How can we calculate unit contribution? 80 minus 60, 20. There is a 20 rupees. 20 rupees we can calculate this like that. 80 is unit selling price. Dividing in unit selling price of percentage 100 multiplied by requirement of percentage 25. This is the unit contribution. Unit variable cost is 60. We can directly write the answer 60. 60 variable cost per unit 60. There is a rupees source given. I write 60. Okay, next one, total fixed cost. How can we calculate? You know, there's a expected break-even point is already calculated. How can we calculate break-even point? Break-even point. How can we calculate? You know, break-even point units. Break-even point units. How can we calculate total fixed cost? Total fixed cost dividing in unit contribution. Total fixed cost you must identify it. Therefore I use the total fixed cost as x. Unit contribution we already calculated. Unit contribution is 20. What is the number of units? Break-even point units. They already calculated break-even point units. What is that? Break-even point units 10,000. Therefore I write the break-even points as a 10,000. How can we calculate this? Multiplied by 20, 22. We can cut it. 20 x equal to 200,000. This is a 200,000 answer. That's a fixed cost. No, x is fixed cost. No, therefore total fixed cost is, there is 1,000. No, I write 200,000. Only 200. Okay, there is 1,000. No, I write 200,000. 200. Total cost at an activity level of 18,000 units. Total cost you should calculate. Okay, this is the answer for calculating total fixed cost. In next we calculate the total cost at the 18,000 units. There are two costs. No, total cost. No, total fixed cost. Total fixed cost are not changed. What is the total fixed cost? 200,000. Okay, and again we can calculate total variable cost. Total variable cost total variable cost. How can we calculate? Unit variable cost was already calculated. Unit variable cost is 60 rupees for 8,000 units now. Therefore, I multiplied that 8,000. Okay, what is the answer? Okay, this is the total cost of 18,000 units. This is the total cost 1,280. Therefore, there is 1,000 no. There is 1,000. Therefore, I write 1,280 as answer. Okay, let's see next one. Profit if activity level is 15,000 units. We can create an income statement easily and find the answers. There is income statement. Firstly, there is a number of units. Which number of units? Look here, there is a 15,000 units. We must calculate the profit. 15,000 units. Income statement, there is 15,000 units. Firstly, we calculate the sales income, no? Total sales income. You know, unit selling price was already calculated is 80. This is a unit selling price. Okay, unit selling price 80 for 15,000 units. We must multiply that 15,000. Therefore, answer is yes, rupees. No, answer is 1,200. There is a 1.2 million. Therefore, we deduct total variable cost. Total variable cost. How can we calculate total variable cost for 15,000 units? Unit variable cost was already calculated. Unit variable cost is 60. Therefore, 60 for 1 unit. No, therefore we multiplied 15,000 units. What is the answer? $900. We must deduct. There's a 300. 300 is the answer. This is the total contribution. Total contribution. After that, we must deduct another cost, total fixed cost. Total fixed cost is 200,000. Answer is 100,000. This is the profit. Okay, this is the 100,000 is a profit. We can write it 100,000. There is 1,000 no, therefore I write 100. There is answers. Firstly, we find the unit variable cost and unit contribution based on this contribution to sales ratio. Okay, next video is last one. This paper, this is the long term investment. Therefore, we meet in next video, question number 50.